Good day and welcome to another edition of Outsider Genie, where we will be looking at the race meeting today on the Vaal Classic track. Today is the 10th of June. First race off at 12:55. So let's have a look at the betting. Here the betting is as follows. Number 6, Willow Wish, 28 to 10, Grace from above, 72, Chief Rafif, 92, King Alpha, 92, 5 to 1, Quality Joker, Time Spirit 9 to 1, Bold Decision 11 to 1, and 40 to 1, and better the rest. So here in race 1, my first selection is the number 6 horse, and that is Willow's Wish, a Willow Magic out of a Carl mare. And Fazani was a very good mare. She won a few races on a day. This horse debuted behind a horse called Freed from Desire, and there wasn't money going around on this debut. I also said on that day that of his debut that he would probably be looking at a longer distance. Now today he's going over the 1600 meters, but what caught my eye was the fact that this horse finished in a 23.1 400 to finish, which was probably over a distance too short for him. And he says he has stayed on green, and it's another 61 days, and I'm sure that this run would have brought this horse on, plus, a little bit time off would have probably strengthened him. And I think today he will be a hard horse to beat in this field. In my outsider selections is number 4, and that is number 4 is Quality Joker, a horse that did improve from his first to his second run, and got Warren Kennedy on board for Paul Peter, and it's drawn 2. I think this horse also didn't run badly on his second run, 24.1 400 to finish in the work riders, and I'm sure we'll be there when the photos are taken. And then my other outsider selection is number 10, which is King Arthur, a 2-year-old. This horse also has shown a lot of improvement. Last time out in a juvenile, where he ran against some winners. Now, Rain in Holland has won again over the weekend in the future. And I'm sure that this horse can also be there when the photos are taken. Then we look at number 1, Grace from Above. As also horse, he runs some good races then on bad races, but probably have the ability to win one race. Can also be there when the photos are taken. And we move to race number 2, which is a maiden plate of fillies and mares over 1600 meters, and here the betting is as follows. Number 2, Kissing Booth, 9 to 10, Just Judy, 7 to 10, Mont Bleu, 13 to 10, Crusade to Reality, 10 to 1, Super Duper, 10 to 1, Ocean Sprite, 10 to 1, 15 to 1, and better the rest. And here in this race, my first selection is number 2, Kissing Booth. This is a Captain L filly by a Woodwood mare. And this horse has shown nice. I had 1 or 2 nice runs, especially last time out over the 1400 meters. And I'm sure that the 1600 meters will definitely suit this horse down to the ground. And I think will be hard to beat number 2, Kissing Booth. Outsiders we can look at is number 1, Mont Bleu. Mont Bleu is also an ideal filly by any time me. Hasn't shown much in his few races, and then did have a stable change in January, and came out in March, and doesn't run a reasonable race over 1,000 meters. But then they put it over the 1600 meters, where it finished 4th behind Archer's Girl, fastest 400 to finish, stayed on. And I'm sure that run will give this horse a chance in this race. My other outsider selection is number 4, which is super duper. Also, a horse that has 20 runs again, has already run 14 places. I did like it last time out behind Siren of Greece, but she's here not striding. But yeah, maybe a horse that you want to put into the back end of your quartets and trifectas. Um, then also when I have a look at number 7. Number 7 is Just Judy, who also ran a poor race last time after being fancied, and I do hope it will run a better race today over the 1600 meters. Here we have Ocean Sprite, 6-year-old mare, 47 runs, still batting to win a maiden. But I'm sure one of these days she will be able to put it together and maybe find the winner's box. But I would presume that that will then also be the end of her racing career. Surely she would be better off now going to the paddocks and being covered by a nice stallion and have a few foals. And then move on to race number 3, which is a maiden plate over 2,000 meters. Let's have a look at the betting. Here we have another short price runner from Terry and La Lewis in combination, 17 to 20, immeasurable, naval guard 9 to 2, curfew 5 to 1, one block 9 to 1, star effect 10 to 1, barometer 11 to 1, break free 45 to 1, and longer the rest. I think here we also, number 1 would be maybe too hard to beat. This horse finished behind Twin Turbo, and Twin Turbo has run a reasonable races, has been running behind, got the green light before Rock the Globe. And I'm thinking, and this field will also be hard to beat, but his biggest opposition can come from number 2, Naval Guard, also horse who most probably over the 2,000 meters would be better off over this distance, and surely we're warranting for Paul Peter definitely a horse to look out for. In outsider selections in this race, number 3, Curfew, has run a few places. Now also going over the 2,000 meters for the first time, and one will have to see if the suit him. I'm not too sure whether this will suit him, being by announce, but has got the El Mufti on the damn side, which will probably can give him a bit of stamina. Then also my other outsider selection is number 5, which is Barometer. This is from the Corneille Spies stable, and it looks like all of a sudden the Corneille Spies stable had hit form again. It was a little off form and couldn't find winners, but since Saturday and on the week on Tuesday, they had 3 winners. The Corneille Spies stable, so I'm sure the Barometer also was that can be involved in the finish, but was behind the favorite on the run behind Twin Turbo, and will have to improve by about 6 lengths to be the favorite. Also, here Star Effect has run a few places, maybe backing of quartets and trifectas. We then move on to race number 4, which is a maiden plate of fillies and mares over 2,000 meters. And here the betting is as follows. Number 2, Arizona Lady, even money, Wedding Bliss 15 to 10, 13 to 1, Earl of the Moon, Royal Wedding 13 to 1, 18 to 1, and longer the rest. And here again, it looks like the 2 favorites will fight out the finish, number 1 and number 2. And my preference go for the number 2, Arizona Lady. This horse is reasonably consistent, and I think today it will be hard to beat. Now in the care of Johan van Vieren. It's now his second run after the stable change, and I'm sure this horse will be better for it over this Vaal 2000. Was just beaten last time out while hanging and over the last 200 meters. And for outsider selection in this race, I'm going to go for number 3 and 4. Number 3 being Whole of the Moon, a elusive fought by Western Winter Me, Really also a horse that is nicely bred for this distance. Did run behind Siren of Greece last time out, making a noise. Um, but I'm sure Ryan Munger will have the horse up there and looking to run on at the end. Definitely inclusion to in all of your selections. Here's number 4, Way to Dream. Hasn't got strong form, but there's not much left in this field. So maybe back end of your quartets and trifectas. I know that this may Painter's Dream has thrown quite a number of good falls in her time, but surely this one is struggling a little bit. Then we move on to the next race, which is race number 5, which is a progress plate class B, 86 over 1,000 meters, and here the betting is as follows. Number 1, Anna Capri 5-2, Rapid Fire 28-10, 28-10 Action Pack, 33-10 Quartet Trip, 20-1 Love Lies, Ramsey 20-1, and Scratch number 3, Rise as 1. Here in this race number 5, I'm going for number 1 horse, Anna Capri, who was the second best handicap. This horse has ran against some really good opposition in the past, and last time out was leading in the computer form, but got run out of it. But if you can have a look, you'll see that she ran in an AR 114. Today she's running in an AR B Division 86. There's quite a drop in class, and I'm thinking that number 1, Anna Capri, might be too speedy for this field. For my outsider selection, I'm going for number 7, and number 7 is only carrying 56 minus 2.5, and also shows some speed. And it might just be that, for Love Lies, go to the front and say, yeah, guys, catch me all if you can. But he is out in the weights, but the 2.5 will make a difference. So maybe put in for the back end of your quartets and trifectas, but I can't see the horse winning the race. Then we got horses like Action Pack, who is, according to the handicap, the best bred, the best handicap, and certainly a horse that you want also maybe want to include in all of your play. And here's for Quartet Trip, who ran a nice race, beating La Greta, and then ran second to Elsa Keat. And I'm thinking surely a horse will also have a chance in this race. And then Rapid Fire is a horse that I was following. Yeah, he won some decent races, and again, has got a weight turnaround of number 1, Anna Capri. You see here it ran second to Anna Capri, 55.5. So there were 3 kilograms in it. Now they even weights, and according to that, number 2 should be finished in front of number 1. But I still stick with number 1, because if you look at the race behind Zimba, they both carried 57, and Anna Capri finished about 2.25 lengths in front of Rapid Fire. So they're very close to each other, but my preference is number 1, my number 1, Anna Capri. Then we move to race number 6, where we have a measured 88 handicap over 1,200 meters, and here the betting is as follows. Number full velocity 16-10, Tuscan Winter 15-1, Portico 9-1, Valetero 9-1, 10-1 Written in Stone, Rock of Africa 12-1, and Longer the Field. So here in this race, my first selection is the number 6 horse Valetero from the Cornet Speed stable. And I see Ryan Munger is riding quite a few winners for Cornet Speeds, and I'm happy for him for that. Now, when I look at it, and then I thought maybe this distance, because this horse was running on over longer distances, but then I saw here the distance had 4 runs, 1 win, a second, and a third. So definitely he's not adverse to this distance. And being today in a B Division 83, I see that the horse has run in 81s, 82s, And no, so definitely here he ran in a 9-1, 4 lengths under Whirly Whirly. And I think this horse will be running on base. You can see he runs on 23.1, 3 lengths, 4 lengths, 1 length, 2 lengths, 1 length, 4 lengths, 1 length. Fastest 400 to finish, second fastest. So he is definitely a horse that can finish. And I'm thinking on this harder going at the moment. I like this horse, number 5, Volatility, to be very good competition to the favorite here, number 4, Full Velocity. A filly, a 3-year-old filly. Also, certainly she is well bred and certainly deserved respect. But I think Volatility also who has got a little bit of class. In for outsiders, you're going to look at number 6, written in stone. Also, a horse it's always there and thereabouts. Has also been running in stronger company here. Was beaten by Battle Force, and Battle Force won last time out. Ran 4 lengths behind Full Velocity, but was 4 kilograms down. Now today only 1 kilogram, so he's got a 3 kilogram turnaround for 1.75, which would also bring him in the reckoning written in stone. And then also, number, which is horse, number 7, Tuscan Winter, also won his maiden last night. But I think when one I have to see, but he really won well, and maybe in the 22.5, 400 to finish. Maybe if you bigger budget can include Tuscan Winter into your play. It's second favorite, 15-10. So need to be included in all of your bets. Then we move to race number 7, which is a 1450 meters, Forever Mine 15-20, Bold Jazz 7-2, 11-2, Rock the Globe, Run April Run 7-1, Kingsley's Heart 18-1, 22-1, Telehangus Loses Swan 35, 40-1, My Kingdom. So let's have a look here at race number 7, which is another graduation, plate B87 over 1450. Where number 1, Forever Mine, is the best handicap horse. But my first selection is going to number 7. No, sorry, race 7. Number 4. Rock the Globe. Sorry, I apologize. Rock the Globe, which is 5th in the best handicap column. But I like this horse. Last time out, he finished second to Johnny Hero. Johnny Hero has just won again over the weekend, winning the Jubilee handicap. Battle Force has come out and won a grade 1 on Saturday. Here he was second behind Johnny Hero. There was Vicky. If you look at this horse, punt the green light. He has been running against some really strong opposition. Here he ran in 103. Today he's running in a 80, B88. And I'm thinking Rock the Globe must surely be a nice each way bet at least. I'm not too confident on the favorite. Then for outsider selections, I'm going for my old favorite horse, Kingsley's Heart. The distance might be too short, but he's second best in the handicap. And he might be, a good proposition for putting in all of your play. Maybe he can help, and being fresh, can run a reasonable race. Was beaten 3 times by Malmoose. But we have a look here, Rand's 2.5 legs behind, Sent by Destiny. And I'm sure that this horse will be a factor in this race. I don't know if you remember the day this I seen as the 5th of July. I can't believe it's 11 months ago that I gave you this horse at 66-1. Wow, how time flies. Here we have number 1, Forever Mine. And certainly he has got the chance, a very good chance, behind We take the run behind Malmoose and NK Sprite and Celestial Love. But the price for me is too short, and the problem is that at this stage, the Michael the Cock horses is not consistent. So I won't be rushing taking that price. Here's number 3, Bull Jazz, also horse that has been running against some decent opposition in the past and certainly need to be included. Although last time out by 3 Tambo, I just expecting to run better, but he was 1.25 lengths behind in a small field. So then we move to race number 8, which is a classified stakes over 2,000 meters. And here the betting is number 9, Diamond and Dollars, 7-2. Rainy Season, 7-1. Number 1, Glide Without, 9-1. Ball Rolling, 8-1. Kuba Cal, 10-1. Blue Moon City, 11-1. 13-1. Wanderers. You Deserve It, 12-1. Opera Glass, 15-1. Western Dance, 14. Lady Cavalera, 18. Last year, 18. And 20-1 and better the rest. Now, here in this race, we got a very interesting situation that, you know, guys, I keep on telling you that this classified stakes, I can tell you now, I think 8 out of 10, the winner comes out of this best weighted column. Now, the best weighted horse is number 9, Diamond and Dollars. So let's have a look at number 9, Diamond and Dollars. Diamond and Dollars, freehold filly, last time out ran over 1,800 meters, and I'm sure that the 2,000 meters will not be a problem, carrying 57.5. But now have a look here. Lady Cavalera is 72, carrying 59.5. Diamond Dollars is a 71, carrying 57.5. But Lady Cavalera is getting -1.5. So that puts her on a 58 on a merit rated of 72. And Diamond and Dollars is a 57.5 on a merit rated of 71. So in effect, number 7 should finish based on that in front of number 9, which is the favorite at 72. Now, my selection in this race is number 7 at 18-1. This horse broke his maiden over this course by 8 lengths on her own, Lady Calavera, a few runs back. Then didn't run too well, but his last 2 runs definitely improved. Last time out running in a 81 C division, before that in a C division 79, and today is running in a D division 65. So certainly Lady Cavalera must have a reasonable chance in this race, because Diamond and Dollars ran in 63, 65, beating Just Judy. Just Judy has done nothing since. Oyster King did win a nice race and has won again. But definitely, if this is the favorite, then based on my assessment, Lady Calavera must have a huge chance in this race today. Then my outsider selections is number 11. You Deserve It. This horse ran on well over the 2,000 meters at the Vaal last time out, and he's also in the best handicap column. Also, who's looking to improve. First time out over 2,000, ran really a reasonable race, and definitely a contender in this race, I would think. And then another horse that you need to look at is number 13, which is the Sinjin Grey, also well handicapped. Has been running places, has got a win over this distance. So certainly also a horse that has got potential winning this race. And then my other horse that I want to look at for trifecta purpose, or exacta purpose, is number 9, Diamond and Dollars. Number 10, Wanderers, is also in the best handicap, but it's coming off a a maiden win, although by 5.2 lengths. But I can tell you that day, that field wasn't very strong. There are other contenders who's also got chances in this race. And let's quickly have a look at him. Light Without, I think, can maybe also run into the placings today. Blue Moon City won a maiden last time out, surprising all and sundry, including me. And so that was a classified, and it was definitely a surprise to us all. And then Rainy Season has run a nice race again behind Blue Moon City, so one must wonder about that form. Cool Biker also won a classified a while ago. Larina on board to one of him, but last time out didn't do well. Electra Flying took a while to win the maiden. After that, didn't show much. Ball Rolling did run a nice run also behind Blue Moon City, and I think again, as I said, this or form might be suspect and not in well in the handicap today, but is getting the -2.5. Attentive, I think, need to do more to win here. Although I find it strange to see GENIE on this horse because he rode a Cool Bike a few times, but not today. Finding himself on this Hornace's horse, which I think will battle to win here today. Opera Glass has run a few places after the maiden. I just want to say that I forgot to mention that for me, the only drawback for Lady Cavaleria is this draw of 18. That's going to make it quite difficult for us. So I'm not sure what Seister is going to do. The jockey is going to go to the front or try and run on from behind. But it looks like the way this horse runs, he likes to go to the front. So that will probably be the best option to just, luckily the foal has got a long back straight, so he can easily overcome the draw and place the horse before the bend. So that brings us to the end of our preview. I hope I could point you in the right direction and in few winners. And as I always say, break a leg.